Good morning, students. Today we will solve this problem. A Limited invited applications for issuing 1 lakh shares of rupees 10 each at premium of rupees 1 per share. Means shares of rupees 10 will be issued at rupees 11 after adding premium rupees 1. The amount was payable as follows. On application rupees 3 per share. On allotment rupees 3 per share including premium. Means on allotment 2 rupees will be from original amount and 1 rupee will be premium. On first call rupees 3 per share, and on second and final call the balance amount means remaining 2 rupees. Total will be rupees 11. Okay. Applications for 1,60,000 shares were received. Allotment was made on the following basis. There are 3 categories. First category, to applicants for 90,000 shares, 40,000 shares are given. So the pro rata ratio will be 9:4. Second category, to applicants for 50,000 shares, 40,000 shares were given. So the category is 5:4. The ratio is 5:4. And to the applicants for 20,000 shares, full shares, means to the applicants for 20,000 shares, 20,000 shares were allotted. Okay. Now, excess money received with applications is to be adjusted against the amount due on allotment and calls. Means excess money first will be adjusted with allotment, and then if there is remaining amount in those money, then the remaining amount will be adjusted with calls. Okay. Now, Rishabh, a shareholder who applied for 1,500 shares and belonged to category second, did not pay allotment first and second and final call. Rishabh has applied for 1,500 shares, so we have to calculate the shares allotted to him first in the working note. Next, another shareholder Sudha, who applied for 1,800 shares and belonged to category first, did not pay the first and second and final call money. Here also they have given the shares applied by Sudha, so here we have to calculate the shares allotted to Sudha. Then all the shares of Rishabh and Sudha were forfeited and were subsequently reissued at rupees 7 per share fully paid up. All the shares were forfeited and all the shares were reissued at rupees 7 per share fully paid. म्हणजे they have given rupees 3 per share discount. Pass necessary journal entries in the books of A Limited. Open calls in arrears account and calls in advance account wherever required. As this is mentioned specifically in the problem, we have to follow calls in arrears account method in this problem. Okay. So let's start now. We'll pass journal entries here. As in this problem there is pro rata allotment and 3 categories are given. We have to prepare working note as usual. So A Limited, here I will prepare a working note for better understanding, and your working notes should be part of your answer. Okay, always in exam also. So I am preparing one table here. Shares applied, shares allotted, application money received, application money transferred to capital account, excess application money received, allotment money due, amount adjusted to allotment account, that is excess amount, and refund. But here we will write that amount adjusted with call. Because they told us that first the excess application money will be adjusted with allotment and then with call. So they have not given any refund, so refund column will not be there. We will prepare this column, adjusted amount adjusted with calls. Okay. So let's start now. 3 categories are given. First category is of applicants for 90,000 shares. So first category of 90,000 shares were applied for, and they have allotted 40,000 shares. Second category, two applicants for 50,000 shares, they have allotted 40,000 shares. And third category, two applicants for 20,000 shares, full shares, that is company has given 20,000 shares to these shareholders. Okay, now let's prepare all the columns here. Third column is application money received rupees. Okay, so here applications were received 90,000 into the application money given in the problem is rupees 3 per share, so rupees 3, so the answer will be 2,70,000. 2,70,000. In second category, 50,000 applications were received, means applications were received for 50,000 shares, so 50,000 into 3, application money received is 1,50,000. And in third category, on 20,000 shares at the rate of 3 each, the amount will be 60,000. Okay, so total amount 2,70,000 plus 1,50,000 plus 60,000, total amount received is 4,80,000. Here the total shares applied were 1,60,000. They told us that applications were received for 1,60,000 shares. Shares allotted were 1 lakh. See here the total is 1 lakh. And on 1,60,000 shares, application money is rupees 3 per share. So 1,60,000 into 3 will be 4,80,000. Total application money received will be 4,80,000. This is the amount of first entry. Okay. Now transfer to capital account. The amount on shares allotted will be transferred to capital account here. So shares allotted were 40,000. 40,000 into application money 3, 1,20,000 will be transferred to capital account here. In second condition, again shares allotted were 40,000, so into 3, 1,20,000 will be transferred to capital account. And in third category, 20,000 shares application money will be transferred to capital account. Understood? So application money, total application money transferred to capital account will be rupees 3 lakhs. So from the application money received 4,80,000, we will transfer 3 lakhs to capital account. Okay. Now excess application money we have to calculate for 3 categories. From the application money received 2,70,000, we have transferred to capital account 1,20,000. So the remaining amount will be 1,50,000, which will be the excess application money received. Understood? From 1,50,000 we have transferred 1,20,000 to capital account. So excess application money will be 30,000 in case of second category. And in third category, as the company has allotted all the shares, full allotment was made to these applicants, this application money was transferred to capital account, so there will not be any excess application money remaining. Okay, so total excess application money will be 1,80,000. And now they told us that this application money will be adjusted first with allotment and then with call. See this, excess application money received is 1,20,000, and now allotment money due will be on 40,000 shares. Allotment installment is of rupees 3 per share, so into 3, that will be 1,20,000. So out of 1,50,000 we will adjust 1,20,000 with allotment obviously. regarding this category, and remaining amount 30,000 will be adjusted with calls as per the given instruction. Here excess application money is 30,000 and allotment money due will be on 40,000 shares. Allotted 40,000 shares into 3, that is 1,20,000. So all the remaining amount, that is 30,000, will be adjusted with allotment, and remaining amount will be received afterwards at the time of allotment. Okay, so nil amount will be adjusted with calls. In third case, allotment money due will be on 20,000 shares at rupees 3 each, that is rupees 60,000. As there is no amount here, that is no excess application money, amount adjusted with allotment nil, amount adjusted with call nil. So total allotment money due is 3 lakhs. Okay. In allotment money there is premium. Allotment money is rupees 3 per share. From that 1 rupee premium. So here this amount is with including premium. Some amount will be of capital and remaining amount will be of premium. Okay. Now amount adjusted to allotment account, total amount is 1,50,000. From excess application money, 1,50,000 amount was adjusted with allotment account, and 30,000 amount will be adjusted with calls. So it will be considered as calls in advance. Understood? In this way you have to think about this working note and you have to solve the table systematically so that you can pass the journal entries very easily, and we can refer the amounts from this working note. Understood? Now the next working note as usual was about the money not paid by the shareholders. So this will be our first working note and this will be our second working note. Allotment money not paid by Rishabh, first we have to calculate. So calculation of allotment money not paid by Rishabh. Okay. Rishabh, a shareholder who applied for 1,500 shares and belonged to category second. So he is from category second. And he has applied shares applied where shares applied were 1,500. Okay, shares applied 1,500. Now first we have to calculate shares allotted to him. So let's calculate. The pro rata ratio is, he is from second category, so after cancelling all the zeros the ratio will be 5:4. So pro rata ratio is 5:4. Okay, I will again show you both the methods of calculating shares allotted. You can follow any one method from that, no need to solve by both the methods. Okay, here I will write applied and allotted. As ratio is 5 means when applied for 5 shares, company has given 4 shares. So when applied for 5 shares, allotted 4 shares, and this shareholder, that is Rishabh applied for 1,500 shares. So amount of allotted shares we have to calculate. What will be the amount of allotted shares? Okay, so here 1,500 divided by 5 into 4, 300 into 4, that is 1,200 shares were allotted to him. Understood? So we have to calculate in this way, or we can follow another method. So here is the OR method. Now we will calculate OR method by using the formula. I will write the formula here. Shares allotted where shares allotted is equal to total shares allotted, total shares allotted divided by total shares applied into shares applied by the shareholder, in this case Rishabh. Okay, so total shares allotted were 40,000 upon total shares applied for in this category were 50,000 into shares applied by Rishabh 1,500. So 300 into 4 will be 1,000 shares. So we can follow either this method or this method for calculating the shares allotted to the shareholders or applied to the shareholder etc. प्रॉब्लेममध्ये शेअर्स अप्लाइड दिलेला असेल तर आपल्याला शेअर्स अलॉटेड काढावं लागेल. प्रॉब्लेममध्ये शेअर्स अलॉटेड दिलेलं असेल तर आपल्याला शेअर्स अप्लाइड काढावं लागेल. हे लक्षात ठेवा. ओके. आफ्टर calculating shares allotted to Rishabh, this is the sub point of second working note. Now we will calculate amount not paid by him on allotment. So amount not paid by him on allotment. Okay, now first we have to see the allotment money due. Allotment money due. Allotment money due will be on allotted shares, that is 1,200 shares into the allotment money per share rupees 3. So allotment money due will be 3,600 less excess application money adjusted. बघा, त्याला 1200 शेअर्स देण्यात आले होते आणि त्यांनी 1500 शेअर्ससाठी त्यांनी ॲप्लिकेशन केलं होतं. सो वरचे जे 300 शेअर्स आहेत जे अलॉट केलेले नाहीत त्या 300 शेअर्सवरचे ॲप्लिकेशन मनी 3 रुपयेप्रमाणे त्याचे पैसे कंपनीकडे एक्स्ट्रा असतील. अर्थ कळतो आहे. सो 900 विल बी डिडक्टेड फ्रॉम अलॉटमेंट मनी ड्यू बिकॉज 900 रुपीज विल बी adjusted with allotment. So 2,700 were receivable from him on allotment, which this amount is not paid by him. Okay, so these are the calls in arrears on allotment. त्यांनी 1,500 शेअर्ससाठी ॲप्लिकेशन्स केले होते. कंपनीने त्याला 1,200 शेअर्सच दिले होते. त्यामुळे 300 शेअर्सचा त्याचा ॲप्लिकेशन मनी एक्सेस होता कंपनीकडे. हा एक्सेस ॲप्लिकेशन मनी 3,600 या अलॉटमेंट पोटी त्यांनी जमा करून घेतला आहे. 2,700 नाव म्हणजे त्याच्याकडून रिसिवेबल होते आफ्टरवर्ड्स, पण ते त्यांनी भरले नाहीत. सो कॉल्स इन ॲरियर्स ऑन अलॉटमेंट 2,700. ओके, नाव दे टोल्ड अस दॅट he has not paid first and final call also. So we will calculate calls in arrears on first call. On first call, one calls in arrears on first call of Rishabh will be 1,200 shares into first call is of rupees 3. So amount will be 3,600. Okay, and calls in arrears on final call, that is second and final call, will be on 1200 shares. Final call is of rupees 2. So amount not paid will be 2400. In this way, Rishabh has not paid on allotment 2700, on first call 3600, on final call 2400. Understood? This is the calculation of all the calculation of Rishabh. Now there is one another shareholder who has not paid some money, Sudha. So now here we will solve the working note of Sudha. This is the first working note. This will be second working note, that is the calculation, all the calculations about Rishabh. And now this will be the third working note, calculation of the shareholder Sudha. Okay, so calculations of Sudha. In the problem they told us that Sudha, who applied for 1800 shares, so shares applied is equal to 1800 shares, and she is from first category. From first category. Understood? Pro rata ratio is, see, she is from first category, where for applicants of 90,000 shares, 40,000 shares were allotted. So the pro rata ratio is 9:4. 9:4. Okay. Now we will calculate shares allotted to her. I will follow this method only. So shares allotted is equal to, in this way we will write. There is a lot of disturbance due to pop-up message while recording. Again I will explain this to you. Now we are preparing third working note, which is about the second shareholder, that is Sudha, defaulter. She has applied for 1800 shares and she is from first category. In first category, to the applicants for 90,000 shares, company has allotted 40,000 shares. So pro rata ratio will be 9:4. So now I will not solve using both the methods. I will solve by using first method only, share allotted to Sudha. Applied and allotted. When 9 shares applied, 4 shares were allotted. She applied for 1800 shares. How many shares will be allotted to her? So 1800 divided by 9 into 4. 9 ones are 9, 9 twos are 8, 18. 200 into 4, 800 shares were allotted to Miss Sudha. Okay. Now I have to use the second page, new page for working note. I will use this page. This is the continuation. Here we have calculated shares allotted to her. So this will be the sub point A. Now we have to calculate not paid amounts of Miss Sudha. Okay, that is amount not paid by her on the calls. Let's see what is given in the problem. They told us that Sudha, who applied for 1800 shares and belonged to category 1, did not pay the first and second and final call money. Okay. As in this problem there is pro rata allotment, excess application money received from Sudha will be adjusted with first with allotment and then with calls. So let's see how many excess application money will be there of Sudha. She has applied for 1800 shares and company has allotted 800 shares only. Therefore, excess application money will be on 1000 shares. 1000 शेअर्स कसे आले ते तुम्हाला कळलं. 1800साठी ॲप्लिकेशन केलं होतं, 800 दिलेत कंपनीनी. सो डिफरन्स इज ऑफ 1000 शेअर्स. सो 1000 शेअर्स इंटू ॲप्लिकेशन मनी ₹3. सो 3000 रुपीज will be excess application money of Sudha. Okay, 3000. Now they told us in the problem that the excess application money will be adjusted with allotment first, and if there is still amount remaining, that amount will be adjusted with call. So let's see what is the position of Sudha. Excess application money is ₹3000. I will show it in this way. Here allotment money due will be given allotted shares 800 into allotment money 3, that is 2400. So amount adjusted ₹2400 from ₹3000. ₹2400 adjusted with allotment. तुम्हाला कळतंय का? 3000 रुपये एक्सेस आहेत. अलॉटमेंट मनी ड्यू 800 शेअर्सवरचा ₹3 प्रमाणे 2400 आहे. सो 3000पैकी 2400 अलॉटमेंट बरोबर ॲडजस्ट केलेले असतील. स्टील देर इज ए रिमेनिंग अमाऊंट ₹600 विल बी ॲडजस्टेड विथ कॉल. ₹600 हे 2400 हे अलॉटमेंट बरोबर ॲडजस्ट केलेले असतील ऑलरेडी, आणि ₹600 तिथे ऑलरेडी फर्स्ट कॉल बरोबर ॲडजस्ट केलेले असणार आहेत. फर्स्ट कॉल. ओके, कळतं आहे? इथे आपण असं दाखवू शकतो, कॉल मनी रिसिवेबल विल बी 800 shares into first call money ₹3. So call money receivable is 2400 less amount adjusted 600. So 1800 rupees were arrears, that is not paid amount of Sudha. Understood? ओके. अलॉटमेंटच्या बाबतीमध्ये असं काहीच झालेलं नाही आहे. पूर्ण अलॉटमेंटचा पैसा तिचा एक्सेस ॲप्लिकेशन मनी बरोबर रिसीव झालेला आहे, ॲडजस्ट झालेला आहे. सो देर विल नॉट बी एनी कॉल सिनॅरियर्स ॲट द टाईम ऑफ अलॉटमेंट, बट ॲट द टाईम ऑफ फर्स्ट कॉल ओनली 600 रुपीज excess money was adjusted with first call. So amount not paid by her, that is Sudha's arrears. These are Sudha's arrears. We are calculating all Sudha's डिटेल्स. हे सुधाचे ॲरियर्स आहेत, तिने ही अमाऊंट पेड केलेली नाही. ओके, 1800. नाव दे टोल्ड अस दॅट शी हॅज नॉट पेड फायनल कॉल मनी ऑल्सो. सो final call money not paid by Sudha is equal to 800 shares on 800 shares into 2 rupees per share will be 1600. These are the call scenarios at the time of final call. ₹1600 amount was not paid by Sudha. Understood? In this way, now they told us in the problem that all the shares of Rishabh and Sudha were forfeited and were subsequently reissued at ₹7 per share, fully paid up. All the shares of Rishabh and Sudha means, see, this is the third working note. Now here fourth working note will be, I am just starting the details. Amount, number of shares forfeited, number of shares forfeited is equal to 1200 shares of Rishabh plus 800 shares of Sudha. So 2000 shares were forfeited by the company. Okay, number of shares forfeited 2000 shares, and these shares were reissued at rupees 7 per share fully paid up. Understood? It means rupees 3 per share will be the discount, which amount will be used from share forfeiture account. Okay, so now let's pass the journal entries. I will keep this working handy here so that I can show you the amounts of journal entries. Let's start. First entry will be of application money received, bank account debit. See, in our working we have received total 4,80,000. So the entry will be bank account debit 4,80,000 to equity share application account. Narration, application money received on 1,60,000 shares at rupees 3 each. This will be the narration. Okay, now the second entry. Second entry will be of amount adjusted with capital share allotment and calls in advance, because in this problem, see here, from this 4,80,000, 3 lakhs will be transferred to share capital account. Then amount adjusted with allotment will be 1,50,000, and remaining 30,000 are not refunded but they are adjusted with the call money. So we will pass the journal entry now. Equity share application account debit to equity share capital account. As per our working, amount adjusted is 3 lakhs to equity share allotment account. Amount is 1,50,000 to calls in advance account. As this amount is received for calls, it is considered to be received for call. कॉल्सची ती मिळालेले पैसे आहेत, सो तिला कॉल्स इन ॲडव्हान्स म्हणणार आहोत आपण. ॲप्लिकेशन मनी adjusted now. The third entry will be of allotment money due, and with allotment money due there is security premium. So entry will be equity share allotment account debit to equity share capital account and to security premium reserve account. Okay, and the amount is 3 lakhs, that is 1 lakh shares into rupees 3. From that amount 1 lakh shares into 2, that is 2 lakh is of share capital and 1 lakh is of security premium, that is 1 lakh shares into rupee 1. Okay, so narration will be okay. Allotment money due on 1 lakh equity shares or at rupees 3 each, including rupees 1 premium. Now entry of allotment money received. From this due amount we have already adjusted, and the total amount adjusted with allotment is 1,50,000. See here, total amount adjusted with allotment is 1,50,000, and they told us that there are calls in arrears, and we have already calculated calls in arrears, that is calls in arrears on allotment 2,700 of Mr. Rishabh. So from 3 lakhs we have already received 1,50,000. Receivable amount is 1,50,000. From that 2,700 were not received, that is they are calls in arrears. So amount received would be 1,47,300. So the entry will be bank account debit, calls in arrears account debit 2,700 to equity share allotment account, and the narration will be allotment money received except on 1,200 shares. Okay, this will be the entry of allotment money received. Now next entry, fifth entry. Now fifth entry will be of first call money due. So equity share first call account debit to equity share capital account, and the amount will be first call is due, and the first call money is rupees 3 per share, so 1 lakh into 3 lakhs obviously. First call money due on 1 lakh shares at rupees 3 each, and there is no premium in this installment. So this is the entry of first call money due. Now sixth entry will be of first call money received. Okay, and in first call money received there is calls in arrears, and calls in advance received worth rupees 30,000 will be adjusted with this entry. Okay, total amount receivable is 3 lakhs. From that 30,000 already received means 2,70,000, and from 2,70,000, see here, calls in arrears of first call of Rishabh 3,600, and it is on the second page. On first call, Sudha's calls in arrears 1,800, 1,800 plus 3,600. The total will be rupees 5,400. So from 2,70,000 they have not received 5,400 amount. So the difference will be 2,64,600, which is the amount received by the company in the bank. Okay. So the entry will be bank account debit 2,64,600 after reducing 5,400 from 2,70,000. So calls in arrears account debit amount will be arrears of both the shareholders 5,400. Then calls in advance account debit, which is already credited, it will be debited to this first call. So calls in advance account debit 30,000 to equity share first call account. Total amount टोटल 3 लाख रुपीजचा हिशोब आहे, 3 लाख रुपयांचा हिशोब आहे. 3 लाख अमाऊंट ड्यू होती, त्याच्यापैकी 30,000 ऑलरेडी ॲडव्हान्स मिळालेत, 5,400 मिळाले नाहीत म्हणजे ॲरियर्स आहेत. आणि सो बँक अकाउंट इज डेबिटेड बाय 2,64,600. नॅरेशन फर्स्ट कॉल मनी रिसीव्ड except 2,000 shares, that is 1,200 of Rishabh and 800 of Sudha. First call money received except 2,000 shares. 2,000 shares means Rishabh's 1,200 shares and Sudha's 800 shares. So on 2,000 shares and calls in advance received, we can say earlier adjusted. Now seventh entry will be of final call money due. So equity share final call account debit to equity share capital account. Final call money due on 1 lakh shares at ₹2 each, 2 per share. So amount receivable that is due will be 2 lakhs. Now amount received see here, calls in arrears on final call of Rishabh 2,400 and final call money not paid by Sudha rupees 1,600. Okay, so total amount not received rupees 4,000. From 2 lakhs they have not received 4,000, means they have received 1,96,000. So bank account debit $1,96,000. Calls in arrears account debit, या ठिकाणी ॲडव्हान्स काही मिळालेलं नाही आहे त्यामुळे ॲडव्हान्स ॲडजस्ट होणार नाही आहे. 4,000 टू शेअर फायनल कॉल अकाउंट म्हणजे सेकंड अँड फायनल कॉल अकाउंट टू इक्विटी शेअर सेकंड अँड फायनल कॉल अकाउंट. आपण नुसतं फायनल कॉल म्हटलं तरी इट्स ओके हियर in this problem. So narration will be final call money received final call money received on except on 2000 shares. This will be the narration. Now I will pass next entry here. We have already passed the entry of final call money received. Now the entry of forfeiture. Okay. Afterward, so now after 8th entry, that is of final call money received, they told us that afterwards they have forfeited shares of all the shares of Rishabh and Sudha, and these shares were reissued at rupees 7 per share, fully paid up. Okay, so now we will pass the journal entry of forfeiture. We all know the entry now, how to pass the journal entry of forfeiture. So the entry will be equity share capital account debit. Total shares 2000 and total called up amount 10. So 2000 into 10, that is 20,000. Okay. Now security premium is not paid. So security premium reserve. Debit rupees 1200. Okay. To share forfeiture account. Amount already paid will be forfeited to calls in arrears account. Total calls in arrears is of 12,100. Total amount received 9,100. Obviously, we can calculate total amount received, already received by the shareholders, or if calls in arrears total amount is 12,100, we can deduct 12,100 from total 21,200, and here is the amount 9,100. So 9,100, 12,100. Okay. Calls in arrears are of rupees 12,100, and amount already paid by the shareholders which is forfeited by the company is 9,100. Narration will be 2,000 shares forfeited for non-payment of allotment and call money and call money. Now the entry of reissue, that will be the 10th entry, 9th and 10th. Entry of reissue, they told us that these shares were reissued at rupees 7, means 2000 shares were reissued at rupees 7. So they will receive 14,000 in bank, and remaining 3 rupees will be taken from the forfeiture account. So the entry will be bank account debit 2000 into 7 rupees received in the bank, that is 14,000. Then share forfeiture account will be debited. शेअर फॉरफिचर अकाउंट म्हणजेच फॉरफिटेड शेअर्स अकाउंट, तुम्ही दोन्हीपैकी काही म्हणू शकता. शेअर फॉरफिचर अकाउंटमधून उरलेले 3 रुपये घेतले जातील फुल्ली पेड अमाऊंट कलेक्ट करण्यासाठी. सो 2000 इंटू 3 रुपीज. ओके, दॅट इज 6000 विल बी टेकन फ्रॉम शेअर फॉरफिचर अकाउंट टू इक्विटी शेअर कॅपिटल अकाउंट, and total amount 20,000 will be transferred to equity share capital account. Okay, so the narration will be forfeited shares reissued, forfeited 2000 shares were reissued at rupees 7 each, fully paid up. As all the shares were forfeited in this problem, last entry is very easy. From this forfeited amount 9,100, they have used 6,000 for giving discount to the new shareholders. So difference is 3,100, which is the capital gain of the company and which will be transferred to capital reserve account. So shares forfeiture account debit means forfeited shares account debit 3,100 to capital reserve account 3,100. Gain on reissue of forfeited shares transferred to capital reserve account. This will be the narration of last entry. This problem was interesting. There are lots of working notes. So here we have solved working notes. In this way we have to solve this problem. Study this problem properly and try to calculate all the amounts on your own. Okay, that's all for today.